Yes, says we're live. 2 times in one day. Lots of running around today. Going to get a birthday cake. For my daughter. So, Great Balls of Fire, my thermostat, or thermometer on my car here said 106. It's really ridiculous. I won't miss that. I would rather see 6 degrees than 106. Although both are... 6 degrees is more deadly than 106. For the most part. But, yeah. Anyway, what an adventure. What an adventurous day. I'm still processing, y'all. I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm still trying to understand how they got... What's going on? How they got my information. How they got my card. The biggest problem of all... Excuse me. Is whoever this is, they got a lot of my login information and passwords, and I don't know how to be 100% sure that it's not going to happen again, or isn't currently happening. Then nothing happens anymore. Right? This is taxing them. Very taxing. Ghost Bear. Identity theft. Somebody got my passwords through a Trojan or something. I reset my computer, like reinstalled Windows, started fresh. Didn't change my passwords fast enough, I guess. Anyway, somebody made an $865 purchase for a Pixel 3 cell phone, and they did it under my name to a completely different address, and I immediately had my debit card shut down, canceled, whatever, and filed the fraud thing with my bank, and then, oh boy, I'm worn out. And then I contacted Google, and they contacted FedEx, and then just a little bit ago I contacted FedEx to confirm that Google actually contacted FedEx to make sure that that package did not get to the fraudster. So, yeah. anyway, that's it's basically the deal. So I just hope. Hope it's all behind me. And then if you didn't watch the last video, I explained that right after this identity theft situation was revealed to me, I found out that my son broke our TV. Opinion on that, though. Do you think? I mean, I think no. I don't. I have such low expectations for my yard sale, but $100 seems like a really fair price, even for a broken TV, considering what it is. Don't want drama. Yeah, we don't want drama. I don't have any beef with anybody. I don't have any interest in blocking anybody. Really, the best way to communicate with me is by my email. Just email me. And I care about you guys, and yeah, or my phone. You know, a couple of you have my cell phone number, but I'm not trying to broadcast that or anything. So I already get so many phone calls as it is. Anyway, right now it's Wells Fargo is the primary one trying to dog my phone out. Oh, it's good. Just stop in the middle of the road. It's a unique idea. I have an old bank account that went in the negative because of their fees, and I don't actually owe them anything at all. It's all nonsense that they wouldn't resolve. I closed the account and then just whatever. Hey, add it to my tab, guys. Add it to my tab. I have about $60,000 of debt in addition to my student loans. I've got a hefty penny. No, it's all in all, I have about 120. I don't know, just over 100,000. The number changes all the time. Never can keep up with it, really. Lots of debt. I can't do anything about it. You can't do it. You could do something about it. Half my debt is student loans, and the other half is in collections. That's not the kind of stuff you talk about there, bud. You ought not say stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. Dude, what is that, apocalyptic mobile? It's like a Jimmy SUV with armor. Like metal caging and stuff. It's really weird. Somebody pulled over to talk to the homeless guy. Do you ever think it's weird when people... Oh, no, they've got their window down. I was about to say. When people talk through their window to people, it's kind of weird if it's a voluntary situation. But they pull their window down. It appears to be somebody with caring intentions. So I was waiting until the temperature in here got reasonable before I put you on the mount, because I don't want my mount to make my cell phone overheat, because that happens and it's very not good. Very not good. That might be what affects the frames per second, because I'm noticing a higher than average frames per second, and that might have to do with me just holding my phone. know. I don't know. So, yeah. $900 just poof. And I'll get it back. I mean, one way or another, Lord willing, I'll get the money back. But the prayer is that it's in time for the move on Wednesday. It's just a little bit of a headache. Anyway, I've got to verbalize this stuff. I would either be talking to you, or to the air. Well, I mean, you talk to God there, bud. Talk to God. Well, yes. God also knows my every thought. I need to say it out loud, like I did with the computer problem. And I verbalized the problem, and as I verbalized, I was able to develop different solutions and think through the situation in a different way. So it's called being a verbal processor, and that's kind of just how my mind is built. Yeah, chill out. I'm going the speed limit. If you have a problem with it, go get arrested somewhere else. You're not going to do it on my tail. Yeah. I also plan on shaving someday, whenever it's convenient. Hey, Larry. Welcome. The devil is making his rounds, Larry King. The devil is making his rounds. Oh, it's okay, Goose. It's all good. I'm seeing 11 to 25 on the frames per second, which is way better than what I used to see. What I used to see was 3 to 7 frames per second, and that was pretty terrible. So I'm sure there will be spikes and drops, but 11 to 20 isn't too bad. And then, when I get to Iowa, and there's 100 meg internet, up and down, guys, up and down. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Fiber internet, guys, 100 up and down. I'm baffled. There are perks to living in the literal middle of nowhere. I mean, Iowa. Middle of Iowa. Did I say nowhere? Iowa. But, I'm pretty sure I've never heard of... Until this year, I'm pretty sure I've never heard of Iowa. Ever. Okay, obviously I'm kidding. But in the news, honestly, Iowa in the news, forget about it. Forget about it. What's the most famous thing that's ever happened in Iowa? I mean, I'm pretty sure the answer is, what's Iowa? Pretty sure that's the answer. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, well, sir, the most important, famous thing that ever did happen in Iowa is that Iowa was named after God. Well, I guess that's good enough. Who am I to argue? Who am I to argue with something like that? I mean, seriously. For real, though. The Lincoln debate. The most famous event in the history of Iowa? I was at a museum, not too far from here, where I heard a mother say to her child, it's weird, heard a mother say to her child that the Civil War, no, in front of a child. It's just not, it wasn't. Get it, got it good? Alright, I think I'm going to take this exit. Wait, is it this one? No, it's not this one. Is it this one? No. Alright, just making sure. Thanks for helping me on that. Lincoln debate, like 70 years ago. Bro, what Lincoln are you talking about? Off of my memory, not always safe to do. Trying to go the best possible route to the place to go get the cake, and I think I'm gonna go just the most logical way I know. We'll work it out. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. I'm emotionally drained. I didn't scream today. I didn't hit anything. Some of you are like, wait, you hit stuff on a regular basis? Well, no. No, I'm just saying, I used to. I broke my hand once in college because I was just on another level of anger and frustration. And I thought that the closet deserved a beating. It was like 3/4 inch plywood or something. Shoot, it might have been an inch. Probably an inch. Oh no. It didn't take the... I took the beating instead of the closet door. Wardrobe, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. So, I kind of... And my hand, all of a sudden, I'm experiencing a little bit of that pain spot. Just a little phantom memory pain. How about that? You broke your hand on wood. It happens. It happens to the best of them. Chill out. I never claimed to be a trained martial artsan. So, Lincoln debate 70 years ago. What time, what twilight zone are you living in? This is 1930 or something? I don't know. The only Lincoln I know of is Lincoln, Nebraska. So you say Lincoln debate, and I think of Abraham Lincoln or Lincoln, Nebraska, and I don't know about a Lincoln, Iowa. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? Here's what I know. I know that getting up in the morning after staying up late is kind of tough. However, I haven't used an alarm at all. As per the usual, I don't like alarms. I don't like them. I'd prefer to just wake up naturally in a state of utter anxiety and panic-stricken. Not. Oh gosh, it wouldn't be funny unless it were partially true. It'd be like 5:45, and I'm like, is the sun up? What's happening? Think the sun is up. Yes, the sun is up. I shall do something about this. Did I No. Yes? Good. I almost missed the exit by thinking I didn't miss the exit. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. The one in my head. What does that even mean? The one in your head. Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is from he was the 16th president. I think. I could be wrong. I can always be wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. But I remember him as the 16th, and that's all there is to it. If I'm wrong, then whatever. But I don't know any other Lincolns, especially none associated with Iowa. But whatever. If nobody knows about this famous event, then it's not that famous anyway. Just saying. Is that pretty? It's pretty logical, right? My wrist is beginning to. Oh, is this what we're doing? Is this what's going on? This how it's going to be? Sorry, there's a lot of traffic up ahead. The Twilight Zone in my head. I got you. I'm wondering when I'm going to put the key in the ignition, it's going to fall apart. The steering wheel is just going to fall off. Or I open the door and the door just falls on the ground because it's just plastic. And I'm actually living in a little doll world like that episode where they, spoiler alert, got snatched by aliens. And they're living in this giant alien, little girl, alien dollhouse land or something. I don't know, whatever. If you've watched The Twilight Zone, you know which one I'm talking about. I own them all. I've seen them all multiple times. Twilight Zone is such an epic, good show. Hey, speaking of interesting shows, not that whatever, but The Saint. My wife and I had started watching a show from the 60s called The Saint, and wasn't even half bad. It wasn't even half bad. I would say it wasn't even a quarter bad. It was halfway. It was no less than halfway decent. Do you like how I'm describing it? No, seriously, I thought it was pretty cool. The Saint from the 1960s. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. So, ooh, my face feels so messed up. I don't like scruffle. Scruffle? Scruffle? Gruff. Griffles. Oh, sir, I have not been imbibing. I have not been partaking of any of the fancy liquids. Actually, I did partake some fancy liquid earlier. It was grapefruit sparkling soda. Sparkling water with grapefruit flavor or whatever. Pretty good. It's refreshing. What else did I have today? I had a coffee. Not enough water. But I mean, that's what. Sparkling water. I need more. I need more liquid in my face. My mouth and belly. I need more water. More water's a good thing. I think that the thing's cooled off enough. It has to have. Let's see. Yeah, it's really room temperature. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's fine. That's not fine. That's not fine at all. There we go. There we go. Is that good? That looks crazy stupid. There we go. Maybe that. Is that better? I just want to stay on the road. I just want to stay on the road. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Bird? You know what I mean, Bird? Hey. Who are you? Identify yourself. It's been a long time. It's been a real long time. I don't know. It's been like a couple of hours since my last video, but I'm driving across town. Across town to go get my daughter's birthday cake. It's really hard. It's like it's what's the word for it? It's violating. It feels personally violating when somebody is able to just swipe you. I don't know. I'm just verbally processing. Hi, Best Answers. Long time no see. You may have noticed I'm talking a whole lot about the identity theft situation. So, I need some not that any of the nerds that I know would be watching this entire video. I get it. But just in case, I currently have Immunet, IMMUNET, from the makers of Clam. Oh yeah, I don't have cruise control. That's right. Thank you for reminding me of that. Good grief. Man, we can be given so many things to complain about. It's not so easy to just always be cognizant, aware of all the blessings. But anyway, all right, I have Immunet from the makers of Clam AV, Clam antivirus. Clam has been around for a long time. I remember Clam back in my IT days of 2003 to 2007. So anything that has a long-standing good reputation like that, I'm very trusting of, as long as development is up to date and everything. And Clam continues to be up to date. It's great. Immunet has some functions that appear to be very good with the live cloud-based protection and all that. But what I need to know is there another thing, specifically I'm looking at open, not PF, what's it called? What are those things called? Firewall. Not PF firewall, but open. It's a fork of PF firewall, the most respected firewall, blah blah blah. So I was looking at the fork of it, the open one, but I don't know how much of a headache it will be. And I definitely don't do McAfee. I definitely don't do Norton. I used to be Avast only, Avast. Avast has driven me insane with their pop-ups. Clean your computer. These programs are slowing your computer down. It's just too heavy. Avast is literally retarded with the number of pop-ups. If I'm sitting at my computer, I don't want more than one pop-up per day on a free software, if at all. If you got to do it, one per day. Do not pop up every 7 minutes. Like Avast has to be 7 minutes, 10 minutes. It's a short number because it feels constant. It's like, stop harassing me. Don't say it's free if this is what you're going to do. But it's free. No. There's a cost. And I'm just whatever. I'm not interested. So AVG, I've used as well. AVG. In fact, I believe that I have, on my MacBook, actually, my MacBook Pro from 2009, I have AVG on, and that seems to run fine. I never really noticed any issues. So the question is, do you keep Immunet only, or do you try and run AVG with Immunet? Oftentimes I've found that dual running dual antivirus software is not always wise. And then there's Malwarebytes that has a free option. I forget what the limitations are. I don't think I really cared about the limitations. It's just they give you the full version for 10 days or something. So I don't know. So Malwarebytes is another one that can actually be side by side with Immunet. But I don't know. I do most of my shopping, so to speak, on SourceForge. So if you don't know what that is, then you may as well not participate in the conversation. I'm just saying, if you don't know what SourceForge is, your knowledge is almost not relevant to my interest in regards to working with computers. That's really rude. I mean, I don't know what SourceForge is, but I know a lot about computers, and that's just really presumptive of you. I never claimed to be perfect, guys, but I know the one who is. What happened? Hey, Vincent Garzone. Well, Vincent, if you're black and I'm white, then Nod 32. I'll look that up. That I'm not familiar with that name. Interesting. But yeah, Vincent, that's great. It sounds like a child's game, or some haiku, or a riddle. But that's fine. It's all good. It's great. I'm blacker than you think, for the record. But that's neither here nor thou. I'm sorry, what? Neither here nor there. Yeah, you said thou. No, I definitely said there. And you said that you're blacker than we realize. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Anyway. Trying to regain my senses. Oh yeah, best answers. I'm pretty sure you got the whole. I think I gave you the whole shebang. I don't want to be a broken record here. Somebody tried to buy a $900 device with my debit card that they stole from my computer via a Trojan, I assume. Contracting my email password and then logging into Google and accessing all of my passwords and going through systematically through all the accounts until they found one that worked. Yes. And the worst thing about it, in my opinion, is that it's a local person. It's really baffling. Think about where you live, and then think about an area near where you live that's so podunk you wouldn't imagine that the person would even know how to untie their shoes or zip down their pants to go wee-wee in the potty. Hey, I know somebody that lives in Crestview, and that's really rude. Okay, so there's probably perfectly fine people that live there. I mean, Pensacola's not, the Ritz-Carlton or whatever. I get it. But anyway, I'm just saying. I just didn't expect it. It's very strange. I don't understand. Okay. Lots of people braking in the middle of the road. It's interesting. What else? What's going on? I've got, today is the 18th. So in about 13 days, I'm going to start my new YouTube series. Same channel, just there's going to be more beta content. Things are going to get better and be more stable. Sometimes I'll do 15 minutes. Sometimes I might do an hour. Sometimes it's just going to be a 10-minute video. Okay? But I'm going to do my best to do consistent videos. Consistent. With a schedule that works for me and my wife and the fam. And like I said, it'll be mornings. It'll be somewhere between 6 and 6:50. Somewhere between 6 and 6:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, starting in August, that's what's going to be the deal. We'll do a little prayer, or a little Bible reading, or a little word of encouragement, or a skit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a friend in the attic, and my attic friend will have conversations with me. You know, I never know. Goose Bear, I think my modem is almost dead. Yeah. Well, if it's a wireless in router, it's time. It's time to lay it to rest. Also, if you're laying anything to rest at all, contact me privately. I'm not gonna verbalize the company yet. I need to think about the ramifications. But I think I mentioned urns and different options for cremated remains or natural burial, which is what I want, except I want it in the ocean personally. But I'm just not in the, personally I'm not in the cremation thing, but I get it, it's whatever. I actually do believe that it's non-consequential, but people argue that. I say it's whatever, as in I'm not interested in an argument on that front. But hello. But yeah, get a wireless AC. All right, here's another one. I think I asked this question before, but I never got an answer. So this is one of my mystery questions. Mystery question. If your internet is 100 megs, just as a round number to work with, and you buy well, yeah, that's one half of what I do. There's another half of the other company. It's the same owner, but different company that doesn't do urns at all. They do gifts. Really cool, custom engraved stuff. So, anyway, I'll have to find out from the owner and stuff, or just use my best judgment with, I don't know. I'm just holding out, thinking about the best thing to do. Whether or not, anyway, it's whatever. Hey, you said that again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so why is 100 meg internet a thing, but also gigabit Ethernet cards, or even the 1200 meg or 1700 meg or 3800 meg wireless router. Help me understand, does that mean that if you have 100 meg internet, that the router, like let's say it's a 1200 meg router, that router is capable of sending the 100 megs to 12 different devices evenly, each for 100 megs? Because that doesn't seem to make much sense. And if not, what's the purpose of having a 1700 or a 1200 meg wireless router, or router period, if your internet is only 100 megs? And conversely, or whatever, you like that word, whatever, I'm mentally taxed. Give me a little bit of a break. I'm a little under duress, okay? Trying to think straight. So gigabit. If you have a gigabit Ethernet card, same thing. What's the point of having... I know that there's difference between bytes and bits. I get that. But the math is still not working out when you do the conversion. So I'm not understanding what it all means. Is gigabit just future-proofing for... because I remember the days when a wireless, or not, when a network card was a 100 meg network card. I remember that. And then gigabit within the last 10 years became completely the default standard. Just the expectation. But I'm just not understanding what's going on with all of that. And then as far as I understand it, if you're doing 4K streaming, all you really need is 30 to 40 megabytes per second, 30 to 40 megabytes per second to stream 4K. I think that's what they said. Of course, there's a FPS factor there that plays a role. All that, but oh, good grief. 6:30. Oh yeah, 6:30. It's all good. So anyway, it's a curiosity I have. I don't understand it, and I like to understand things. I like to understand why and how, especially this identity theft situation. I don't understand this part. I don't understand how somebody would get an entire credit card number from, let's just use Amazon for instance, from an Amazon saved card wallet on Amazon, and they save the credit card information. How you know what I'm saying? How do they get the entire number and the expiration date to fill out a Google Pay? How? Even once you have somebody's password, I didn't think you would ever have access to the entire number. I'm just confused. Well, I mean, did they gain access to your actual debit card? No, not at all. Not at all. And with the sketchy stuff that was taking place with my computer, I told you guys, they hacked my email. They changed forward setting or filtering settings to automatically delete Google and PayPal and Amazon emails. So when I went to go change my password, I couldn't. It was just weird stuff like that. It's all the behavior, all of that. Oh my gosh. That dump truck was super over full. It smells like the work of a Trojan. That kind of automatic filter, like new filter settings, altering the registry, all that stuff is all the work of a Trojan, not as much a manual situation. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just need to make sure the computer is no longer compromised, which I'm hoping Immunet is more than sufficient to determine that. I've ran several scans, and it seems, it's coming back clean. After the install of Windows, it was still found one threat. It was some nonsense. I tried to search it. Couldn't find anything. It's rough. It's rough. It's a hard knock life. But we have a good Father. It's who you are. Seriously though, we have a good God. None of this stuff just fades away. Fades away. Distant memory. Good grief, this place is so far. I used to drive this far every day, guys. And just a week and a half, and I'm already like, this is far. But I used to do it every day. Okay, 6 days a week. It's almost every day. It just feels really far. And I'm just talking. Hey, that's what you always did. I know. Alright. Well, I may or may not come back. I'm here. I'll probably come back. I'll only be in here for like 10 minutes. I'll be back. You can wait or not wait. You can check back on my stream. Do whatever you want to do. But just love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Because that's the most important thing. Don't forget it. Yeah, rootkit. Yeah. I understand. Backdoor, I know. But after reinstalling Windows, I'm just hoping to God it's cleared. But I'll look up Nod32, and I'll be back. I'll be back in like 10 to 15 minutes. Y'all go take a potty break. We're live. We're back. Back with session number 2. Hi. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? I think it's in a good position, right? Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to see more steering wheel. You don't need any of that. Let me go ahead and get on over her. And maybe I'll be able to merge Adam. Hi, Adam. Did you change your name on YouTube? I don't recognize Adam. It's all good, though. It's all good. But welcome, and thank you. Quite an eventful day, I'll tell you that much. On my way back home. I'm on my way. I'm on my way back home. There's a lot of action going on right in this area of my head and back here. I can feel a lot of activity in my brain here and here. I know about the prefrontal cortex, obviously. I do have a master's. And I'm like, what am I making a decision about right now that's making my brain overheat in my frontal lobe? And then this right here, I think is like the memory bank area right above the ear. Satoshi Bear. Oh, okay. What's up, Satoshi Bear? I gotcha. Well, Satoshi Nakamoto. Sorry, what? I prefer Carlos Matos. Bitcoin. Hey! What's up, 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 what's up? I'm sorry, I think you're on repeat. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It is the best. It's the best. It's the best meme material of possibly, we'll not say of all time, but definitely of the past few years. I mean, it is so serious. All right, I will drive safe. I'll see you later. Come back in August. I'll see you then. Yep, only a couple of days left. Only a couple of days left. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trust in the Lord. Hey, that's a lot of stuff you're going through right now. What are you gonna do about all that? Well, I have a choice. I can either burn the guy's farm down that scammed me and then probably go to prison, or I could just trust in the Lord. What am I gonna do? Gotta trust in the Lord. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, hey, hey! That's right. Oh, you go ahead. I mean, if you can squeeze in. If you're just trying to take a left, feel free. Yeah, you go ahead. Go on ahead. Trying to get in there? You go on ahead. I don't even need to go anywhere. It's green. You can pay attention. You go ahead. Oh, you going across? All right, well, whatever. I mean, I tried. They weren't taking a left, though. Left, yeah. They weren't taking a left. So, trust in the Lord. I'm just making the song up. I don't know. I don't know that song. Maybe it is a song. Sometimes you think, I just made that up. And you're like, no, that already exists. You're like, oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, so if you were on the internet in the 2000s, the early 2000s, you might know about 4 videos that went viral. They were called the Jesus videos. And they were voiceover videos from a Jesus movie But this church did a series. This church somewhere in the southeast, Georgia, something or other. And this church did a series, a 4-part series of misconceptions that the world has of Christians. And they called them the Jesus videos. And there's 4 of them. To my knowledge, there was only ever 4. I have them. I don't know if you can find them anymore. Kind of like Kurt Powell. I mean, I bet Kurt Powell is still around, but I don't know. You kick my dog. Now my dog need operation. You kick my dog is just, it epitomizes the origins of the internet, and really gives you a heads up for what to expect for the next 2 decades. Truly. You're kicking my dog. I mean, pranking people has been around since the beginning. I mean, since before the telephone. I mean, pranking is just what people do. But yeah, that was Kurt Powell. You kick my dog. My name is Kurt Powell. You kicking my dog. No, my dog need operation. I'm sorry. We don't know who you are. It was actually completely staged, and when I found that out, I was really disappointed. Like when a prank is staged on both ends. I mean, come on. That's pathetic. I mean, like, seriously? Are you, like, being for real? Yeah, I'm being for real. So anyway. What was the other? Yeah, the Jesus videos. So I've got them. I've got them saved on my hard drive. I just transferred them over to my new computer. And I might re-upload them. I assume because they were already a spoof, they're not like double copyrighted, but I'll look into that. If they already exist, I'm not gonna re-upload them, but I don't know. I gotta figure out how to do more of the fancy stuff now that I have a fancy computer that I need to make sure is all the way protected. Yeah. By the way, I wouldn't expect for any of you people to be using Norton or McAfee. It's McAfee. Call it whatever you want. I don't care what it's called. Just don't use it. Well, why not? You can use Windows. Regular Windows Defender or whatever the heck it's called. Fine. Christ Church, Reformed and Evangelical. Alright. But yeah, I'm just sick of it fast. They really done me dirty with those ads every 4 minutes. You said 7. I don't know, man. It's too much. It's just too much. I don't care how often it is. It's too often. AVG's an option. I just want to make sure that Immunet is enough. That's all. That's all this is about. Is I want to make sure that my Immunet by ClamAV is enough. It seems to be enough. Windows Defender or whatever is still enabled, as far as I can tell. I didn't disable it. So somebody was trying to log in to my business email as well, so they had to change the password to that, which is kind of if it looks like it's my fault, and it's just really embarrassing and awkward. Stuff happens though. I mean, it's not like I did it on purpose. Oh man. Seriously. So I've been dreaming up ways to build different building techniques. Because I got into this guy's channel on YouTube. I forget his name right now. It's not super important. But the build, he calls it the build show. The build show. And he's like in his mid-30s, mid-40s, something along those lines. Mid-40s. He's in his mid-40s. And does good. Very, very good videos. Very educational. And I just was unaware of some of the things that he's educating. Like outsolation. You know, we all know about insulation, but there's such a thing as outsolation. And I saw this home that he did exclusive outsolation on, and all of the 2x4s on the inside were exposed. It was just boards and then 2x4s. And it was really, I think I've mentioned this on the stream before, but I'm still thinking about it. Very cool stuff to me. Very cool. Provided a really great R value. I don't know. It's awesome. Very, very cool. All right, well, I might call it quits on this stream. Everybody's gone. I told the folks earlier to go take a potty break while I got my daughter's cake, and then they must have went on to the next thing. It's all good. All right. Interesting. Yeah, just prayers for God's peace in this move, and no more devil. Just get the devil out of things, because it's just too much going on. That's about all I have to say about that. As always, make sure to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul, and all your strength.